Alright.
Ski. All right, guys. Welcome to the On the Couch podcast. My name is Justify, also known as Alex. I'll be referred to as Alex on the show. I'm sitting here with my friend Gary. We're about to get it rolling. He's my co-host.
How y'all doing today?
So today we're going to be talking just some random things. This is the first episode. We're just going to kind of roll into what the show is going to be entailed. It's kind of just going to be a random, kind of fun little podcast. We're going to have guests. We're going to do fun stuff, tell stories, smoke a lot of weed. It's going to be a fun time. So,
Yes, sir.
yes, sir. So let's go ahead and get real into this.
Yeah, we got some good topics today.
All right. The first one we wanted to start with is when we were about this was like fourth grade.
What?
When was this? This was like oh my God. Yeah, this was the end of eighth
Yeah,
grade.
bro. This was
The
like
end of eighth grade.
We didn't hang out until like 8th grade.
Yeah, I was
bro.
about to say it was the end of eighth grade.
Yeah, the summer between 8th and 9th grade is when shit got wild.
Yeah. All right. So this was kind of like the introductory to like shit's gonna be fucked.
Yeah, we're gonna start you out with the strong one.
So we were playing basketball down by my house when I was like, we had just gotten like almost into high school. There was this little kid like down the road who would always come up and play basketball at the courts. His name we'll call him Holden. Yeah. So Holden would constantly come up and play basketball.
Yeah.
And he was a little bit special. Holden had some learning disabilities,
Yeah.
as well as a couple things going on in the head that just made him not as well equipped in society as the rest of us. So whenever things would happen to him, I don't think he would really realize that injustice or like bad shit was really happening to him. And so there was one day, me and Gary are just chilling playing basketball, and he comes up and starts playing basketball. And I can't remember what the first thing he said. What was it?
I don't know, bro. He used to just run up and just yell some random stuff like all the time.
Dude, yeah, he would come up running like a duck.
Yeah.
And just be like, yo,
Hey,
hey,
what's up, guys?
hey guys. And it would be like it's not like we didn't like this kid, but it was just kind of like we didn't really know him.
Yeah,
So,
and dude, he would get like mad and annoying, bro, and like throw our basketballs like down like the way where we had to like go in the woods and shit to find them.
dude, this shit was so bad. Sometimes he would like kick our ball and like start running around and cussing
Yeah.
us out. It was so bad.
Yeah,
We're like,
dude,
oh my gosh.
This little kid used to run around and just like cuss us, bro. Like he would get so mad, but then he told us one day he was like like my mom's like boyfriend or something. Like
Yeah. He came
like
up and he was talking about, oh yeah, his mom. There was this dude down the road that his mom was always hanging out with that he called his uncle, and it obviously wasn't like in any family relation because he didn't even like know how it was his uncle. You know what I mean? And so he was telling us one day like, oh yeah, this guy that my mom's always hanging around, like he hits me and is always making fun of me and beating me up and stuff like that. And basically like telling like, oh yeah, and my mom's always over there snorting sugar with him, and we're just trying to figure out like what's going on. And I'm just like, okay. I look at Gary and we both are like,
yeah.
just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like, dude, we were kids, bro. Like, we didn't know what to do. Like, 8th graders, like, teenage boys, bro. Like, we were like, what? So, like, time goes on, right? It's, like, nighttime. Oh, no, it's not nighttime. It's, like, a little after this. And we're like, bro, should we call CPS on them?
Yeah, it was the evening. It was like 7:30. We had got home. We were sitting there for like an hour. We sat there like for 30 minutes at least, like disputing. Like, are we gonna do this?
Dude, we were like hardcore debating. Like, we were like, we didn't know.
I remember this is like how the call started. I was sitting in my bedroom, like me and him were both staring out the window, and I'm pretty sure like just like looking down like near their house, like just staring down there. And I remember I dialed the number, and like when someone answered, like the first thing I said was like, I'd like to report child abuse. Like, I didn't know, like, how do you get on the phone with CPS and, like, start that conversation?
That shit was wild. Like, they were like, okay, well, we can keep it anonymous if you want. We just need some, like, information.
Yeah, they tried to ask our name at first. I was like, I just would like to keep it anonymous. And they're like, all right, well, can you tell us some information? And we basically told them everything that happened. And basically, after that,
We didn't see that kid
We
for
didn't
a really
really
long
see him
time.
for a pretty long time.
I never saw him again. I don't know about you.
I think I saw him in Shepherdstown like a year or two ago. I think he's definitely still around here. I'm not sure what his family's doing. I hope he's doing better.
Yeah, he never came to play basketball after that.
Oh my god. That reminds me, man, I like down there in that little area cuz I lived in a really like I wouldn't say a white neighborhood, but it was pretty
You lived in the
predominantly
suburbs,
white.
bro.
Yeah, it was the suburbs, man.
Yeah.
And so it was very interesting because like originally I lived in Charlestown and I came from like this like broke ass fucking fucked up block and like basically like got our car stolen, had guns pointed at us when I was like 9 years old. That's why we moved out of there and moved into the suburbs. So like moving there and adapting was like so weird. And Gary was like one of the first people I'd really met in Shepherdstown. So like he was the only person that I would hang out with and he didn't even live there. And so it was like we would bring like outward antics into that neighborhood.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. Because I didn't come from the suburbs. Like, I didn't live in no picket fence neighborhood, bro.
Cookie
Like,
cutter
I
home.
I didn't live in that. And I would go to this man's house, bro, and we would just sit there and get so high off this man's dad's weed, bro.
Oh my god.
Dude.
I hope my dad doesn't listen to this.
Oh, yeah, I really hope he doesn't either.
But let's really-
Sorry, bro. We
let's
smoked all your weed.
Let's dig into this. I mean, it wasn't all of it, dude. I love you,
a
Dad.
lot of it.
It
We smoked a lot of your weed.
I love you, Dad. Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. But, yeah, like, there was a few times where I was just being a delinquent and admittedly stole a decent amount of my dad's weed to smoke it with Gary. And, yeah, we were some delinquents about it. Like, dude, we would... And
we would take, like, quarters at a time. Not, like, a gram. We would take all of it.
quarters at a fucking time.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it was bad. We would go into the room with, like, handfuls of weed and just throw it on the fucking desk and start blowing the fuck down.
Yeah, we were, like... it was, like, the summer between 8th and 9th grade, too. So we weren't, like... We were, like, kind of young still.
I mean, when I think about it, though, I think I smoked way more weed when I was younger than I did now.
Yeah, honestly.
I say as I'm like sparking the next blunt.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I've been pretty consistent on my weed smoking.
When was it when we like really started getting into it? Because I remember, dude, there was like 3 years we were hanging out and didn't touch it, like dead
Yeah.
ass. There was a good amount of time where we were just like neither of us had weren't really into smoking, and so when we hung out, it was just goofiness. Like it wasn't even smoking.
It was like 9th grade because I was playing football, so I wasn't smoking that much.
All right, so let's flash back a little bit because that brings me to like Hannah. There was this girl.
Oh my God, Hannah Lamb, bro. What a thought. What a THO
God.
thought.
Should I send her this podcast?
I don't care.
Yeah?
She looks the same, just
It's kind of
kinda
funny,
more
dude.
of a thought.
Dude, literally, she just looks the same. I mean,
Yeah.
bruh, like this girl was very interesting. She came from Arkansas, and
I'm pretty sure she's there now.
yeah, she went back originally, but she literally had moved here from Arkansas. She had lived like down in like Bakerton around Harper's Ferry area for a while. It was pretty interesting, but I had only really known her from school. For a while, but we became like friends, but like it was like associative friends. She was just kind of like that like annoying white girl in school that you would like go up to and like kind of talk to, and that would like kind of like be entertaining. It wasn't like a real friendship yet.
Yeah.
And so like eventually some shit happened. She like lost her home, and then basically ended up just like moving into like the hotel.
Yeah, she lived in the hotel like right by your house. And every time I would come to this man's house, she would be at his house. Every time. She was never not there.
Bro, this girl pretty much like lived at my house. And you want to know the funniest part about this? I don't know how the fuck I pulled this off. She was at my house so much, but my parents never met her one time.
Really?
Yeah, my dad never met Hannah. My mom never met fucking Hannah one time.
I only met your parents one time because me and someone else knocked on your door. Before that, I don't think I've ever met them.
Bro, that time that you knocked on my door, did I even come out after?
No, your mom opened the door, and I was like, "Is Alex home?"
I got like screamed at. I think I
Yeah.
remember it, dude. You like left, and then I got like screamed at, dude.
Just because I knocked on the door.
Yeah, dude.
Like she was like, "No, he has chores."
I was like deep grounded, bro. like for a long time, and I was the worst part. Like I was the kid that like my parents were isolating from the suburban like neighborhood kids, which didn't make any fucking sense. I'm like,
Yeah,
so you don't want me around like the uppity white kids?
yeah, this man was always grounded for no reason. Like this man was always grounded.
I was a bad kid,
Yeah.
but I stayed out of the way, most part. I mean, when I was younger, I was going to like music festivals and shit with my parents. So I grew up in like a way different like landscape. Like, so I'm gonna be honest, like the transitionary period for me as a kid was very hard. Like, because my parents, I was raised in like the psychedelic rock music scene. So like I was going to music festivals and concerts as like a little fucking kid with my parents and being around like LSD, all these different types of DMT, drugs, ketamine, fucking weed, anything you can fucking imagine, dude, that they would fucking party on. Like any party drug you can imagine, dude. I've seen any fucking adult like snort it down,
Yeah.
fucking drop it in their mouth, fucking, and then go crazy afterwards. I remember, dude, I was at a festival like 2 years ago, Gary. This shit was insane. Homie had dropped like, I think he took 2 K-pens and then
2 K-pads.
he took 2 Klonopin, took a Molly. This was the weirdest drug combination we ever saw somebody take. It was like 2 Klonopins, a Molly, and then he was off ketamine. This man got naked next to the stage and started running around, and I just remember he was sitting on the stage, like on the side of the fucking stage, like crisscross applesauce naked. Like it was the weirdest shit I'd ever seen, dude. And I'm gonna be honest, like being a kid and being so predisposed to that, like it was very hard and very weird.
Yeah.
So just give me a second. It was just very weird. It was a weird disposition. And for me, kind of being in that position where I just didn't have like, I don't know, I didn't have the greatest role models. So like, I wasn't the, I wasn't the best influence to be like going and hanging out with people. I think she
Yeah.
just tapped the camera a little bit.
Yep, that's facing at the wall.
I'm gonna definitely go
Yeah,
fix
we're gonna
that
have to
real
go
quick.
fix that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was never.
Hey, can you fix that real quick?
I
You
was
just turned it. You're just getting blind about it. Hang on.
I was never really like grown up in like the like psychedelic and stuff. I was mostly around like the weed like all my life. Like I was like brought home from the hospital. I wasn't like just brought home, but like when I was like a couple months old, like my dad had me while he was like hitting the bong and shit. So I've been high since birth, bro. Cause like both my parents smoked before. And, like my dad smoked since he was like 12. So like it's probably in my blood, honestly. And I just smoke so much weed now.
I'm pretty sure I was like a, what do they call? I'm pretty sure there's a term, crack baby.
You're a crack baby. Yo, you ever see the episode of South
Oh my
Park of the crack
God.
baby basketball?
Yes, crack baby basketball. Yo, dude, I talk about this all the time because me and her both watch this, like South Park, dog. Like,
Yeah.
dude, I don't understand how they get away with the shit that they get away with.
They can't get away with it now.
No, they
Like,
still do.
they
No,
do?
no, listen. You can, dude, the episodes that they still air to this day, dude, they are like cancellation free. Like they're immune to cancellation. And here's why. They've been doing it for 20 some fucking years. Who's going to tell them to stop?
Yeah, everybody loves South Park. If you don't like South Park, just don't watch it.
That's what I'm
simple.
saying.
It's just that simple.
And cancel culture has tried in the past. They tried it
Yeah.
like 15 years ago with South Park, except
not
when
good.
cancel culture it wasn't even really a thing. People just didn't like South Park specifically.
Yeah.
They like when shows like same thing with the Simpsons. I remember there was time when they were trying to bring the fucking Simpsons off the air, which was fucking weird. Like why would you ever
Why?
do that? Because dude, it was like too edgy for the fucking air.
How? Like it's like
I don't
it's
know,
not
bro.
even that bad.
It's not bad at
Like,
all
now we
compared
got,
to
like-
what we have on the television
Yeah.
now, like Family Guy,
Rick and
South
Morty.
Park, Rick and Morty,
Dude,
American
Rick and Morty
Dad.
hits though.
It really
shit's
does.
good.
It really does. Oh my god, it really does.
First time I watched Rick and Morty, dude, I was gassed. I was probably like 4 or 5 blunts deep, and my friend, I think you met Ricky, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
dude.
Ricky turns on Rick and Morty, and dude, we were just smacked watching Rick and Morty, laughing. I was laughing my ass off. First time I ever seen it. So it was trippy.
Ricky is such a character.
Yeah, Ricky's a character.
I'm gonna
bro.
be honest, bro. The first time you introduced me to him, I was like, I don't know how I feel about this man. He's pretty goofy, but he's pretty chill, bro.
Yeah, like yeah, a lot of people don't know how to feel about Ricky. Ricky's he's one of a kind, bro. Like I've never met anybody else
He
like
truly
Ricky.
is. The last
Like you're
time,
either cool with Ricky or you're not cool with Ricky like at all.
the last time we hung out, it was like when he was still living in your house.
Yeah.
Remember
Oh
we,
yeah.
we got
and
drunk and he
yeah.
chugged like 3/4 of a Henny bottle.
Yeah, he was like, "Shit, if I have to," and we were like, "Dude, you don't have to," and he just did it.
He was like literally like he was the one that wanted to do it.
Yeah,
Like we weren't pressuring him. There was nobody that was like, "Hey, chug that Henny bottle." He literally was like, "Should I chug this, guys? Should I chug this?
And we
I'm
were
gonna
like-
chug it." And we were like, "No, you don't have to." And he's
Yeah.
like, "If I have to," and then just starts fucking chugging this
Yeah.
Henny bottle, bro. 3/4 down. Like I have it on video somewhere.
Yeah, I
it was
do too.
amazing.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah, Ricky, yeah, man, it's wild. This one time, we got acid, and we tripped on acid, and this man was running around like, dude, everything is outlined in neon, bro. He's like, it's wild, and this man was like running in and outside the door. He was like, dude, outside is wild, inside is crazy, bro.
Oh my god, I have a story for you. I never told you about this because there was one time, the first time I ever did acid, dog, I almost like came to your house because I was tripping so hard.
Really?
I'm gonna be honest, dude. It was ninth grade. I still have videos, bro, but I was trying to figure out a way to get through the fucking night because, dude, it was a very intense experience. I didn't even know what was going on half of the time. So I'll tell you the story, dude. My parents had just gone out of town, and this was the type of bad shit that I would do, but like I was kind of unintentionally bad because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, to be honest. I was like so young and retarded, like that.
We
I
were
just,
definitely retarded.
dude, it was bad. It was bad. I would just make some decisions where it was kind of like, man, like, did you think about that? And so that's kind of like why, as an adult, I've kind of stressed so much into myself, like, think before I act, think
Yeah.
before I speak.
While we're
and
talking
do.
about bad decisions, let's talk about that night we took Josh's car all the way to
Oh
like
my
where did we
God.
take it?
Dude, it was like
We took it to
Kearneysville.
Yeah, Kearneysville. We took it to Kearneysville. And
That
we,
shit was 25 minutes away from my house.
and we picked up like 5 people.
Oh, no. That was Inwood. That was like 45 minutes away from the house.
It was Inwood. Plus, we made 5 stops to pick up a bunch of people
hella
in
heads.
a Toyota Corolla, and we had like a half ounce of wax on us.
Dead ass. It was pretty.
Yeah, that
fucking
was a
weird.
crazy night. We were like hill hopping, going fast as shit. Dude,
Oh
that
my
was
god,
wild.
it was a 20. I remember that car too. It was a 2016 Toyota Corolla. It was like one of the fresh cars off the lot, dude. It was so fucking nice, and it was my sister's boyfriend's car, and dude, I would take an inch and then like drive 8 miles. You know what I'm saying? When my parents would and my people around me would like give me something, I would just be like, okay, I'm gonna take this and run with it. And it was pretty bad to the point where like Josh used to let me drive his car and like do fun shit in it whenever we were together. But then it got to the point where I was like, all right, I'm gonna go out on my own accord and go do it now as a 15-year-old fucking kid.
Yeah, nobody had a like. Everybody was
Nobody was
15,
licensed. Everyone was
16.
underage as fuck. This
Yeah,
one, dude.
we
If
were
we would have
all
got
high.
caught, this shit would have been so
Yeah.
bad. So, dude, we went all the way to this man's house, all the way out in Inwood. I snuck out at like midnight. Fucking took the car from the front, like the driveway, dude.
Yeah,
Like the
from
front
the
of the
driveway.
house. Like literally drove it from the driveway all the way to Gary's house. Then
Yeah,
we picked up a
I
bunch
had-
of other people.
Yeah, speaking of that, all right. So how I got out, I opened my window and took the screen out, and like it fell on the ground, and I didn't pick it up because I was gonna go back in my window, but it was like daytime by the time we got back, so I already knew my dad was up. So I just walked in the front door, right? My dad stops because he's walking down the hallway as I'm walking in the door, and he goes, "Where you been?" And I look this man dead in the eye, and I go, "Me and Alex went to McDonald's this morning because we were hungry
Yo.
at like 5 o'clock in the morning."
Yo.
And then he was like, "How old's Alex?" Because I know he's not as old as that, like old enough to have a license. And then he was like, "Alex is like 16. Yeah, he's got his license." And he was like, "All right," and just kept
Yeah.
walking, bro. Didn't ask again. That was it.
Yo.
And
Your
then
dad stole a grinder from me one time.
yeah, I never picked that screen up until like 2 weeks later.
That shit was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, your dad's so funny, though. He gave me this book one time, like this weed growing book. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't read a single fucking page.
Really?
And then when y'all came back to get it, I was like, I'm almost finished reading it. I did not read a single page. It was like a whole book about like growing weed.
Yeah.
I was gonna get real into it.
It was the Pot Growers Bible.
I was gonna get real into it, but I was also like 16. So like, what the how the hell is a 16-year-old gonna start a weed grow up?
Yeah, with your strict ass parents that had like pounds of weed under their bed.
Literally. Like,
Dude,
that shit was
literally that shit made no sense to me. Like pounds, bro, and they're strict as hell. Like that shit made no sense to me.
I think about it now because I have friends like that have like drug dealer parents that do have that type of shit around, and those kids have so much freedom. Like there's no
Me.
leash.
Dude, me. Like my dad didn't sell, but he smoked like all the time, and I had like free range. But see the difference, I was a good kid. Kind of.
A little bit. You were hidden.
I
like,
just
you just
he just
fronted
never
it.
called me.
Exactly. You just really never got caught.
Yeah, dude,
that was what it was.
Yeah, I've really finessed hard. Like I've really finessed him hard. I'm definitely not showing him this. He's not gonna see this.
I gotta keep this podcast away from my father as well.
Yeah, nobody.
Don't send this to my dad.
Yeah, don't send it. I mean, you can. He's not gonna do anything, but
I'm saying I'm a grown ass adult, but I just rather not feel the disappointment.
yeah, my dad would be like, "Fuck you."
Yeah, dude, he'd be like, "What the fuck, dude? Really?"
He'd be like, "You really did all this dumb shit."
What should we call this episode? Like the confessions?
The confessions. Dude, we're basically just snitching on ourselves. I don't know what the statute of limitation laws are in West Virginia, but I hope no cop sees this because I'm really not trying to go to jail, bro.
This has been 21 minutes so far of self-snitching.
Yeah. We're just snitching on ourselves.
I mean, it could be worse, dude.
Yeah.
At least Josh lives matter, dog. Oh, wait a minute. Let me jump back real quick. Jump back.
Yeah, we are going to talk about this.
Josh lives matter. So let's go back to my sister's boyfriend.
Yeah. This is also like 9th grade.
This was around the same exact time. This dude was very interesting. He was pretty sure he was from like Iowa. He
He was total crackhead.
I don't want to put it like that,
Like,
but
dude,
like
he's definitely a crackhead.
Yeah, he had a bad history
fake,
with drugs.
Fake gangbanger, bro.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
had like net tats, and he was like the man that like tried to act like he was hard and shit like that, and it was like pretty funny.
Yeah.
But like,
And as a kid, we were like, yeah, this dude's kind of cool, cause like
I don't know.
I've never been around anybody that was in a gang.
Yeah, like even the thought, like, I mean, I've been subjected to that shit when I was younger, but it was
Yeah.
never like something that I was around. Like my
Yeah.
dad kept me away from it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like for me to be like, like hanging out personally with a dude like that, and us being like in that younger age, like I feel like it was like, oh my god, this is so cool.
Yeah.
But in reality, he's a fucking bum.
Yeah, looking back on it now, that guy's a total bum.
Like a complete fucking bum. But my sister, like, I'm gonna be honest, she just dogged him all of the
Yeah.
fucking time. Like constant. Word?
Yeah, but dude, your sister used to just rag on him, bro.
Dude, it was the most ridiculous shit sometimes, dude. I
Yeah.
remember he dolphin dived out of the fucking car one time. Dude, we were sitting there driving down the road on Flowing Springs Road, dude, about to come back into Shepherdstown. We're right in front of O'Hurley's General Store, and Mans jumps out of the fucking car. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Dude, I'm like 9th grade, like 15, 16 years old. I shouldn't be seeing this shit. All this is doing, I was like, okay, this is formative for how my relationships are gonna go as a fucking adult, because all I do is get subject to this shit. My sister is like no better at handling the situation either. She pulls over the car and then like, get the fuck back in the car. Like tries to get out and like throw his ass back in the car, like drag him by the fucking hair. Like, and he's like, no, I'm not getting back in the car with you crazy ass. Fuck you. It was like some really, really intense shit. Dude, it was honestly like an episode of Jerry Springer.
Yeah. Honestly, their whole relationship was an episode of Jerry Springer.
Oh my god. It really was, dude.
But that dude does have from 5-pack though.
I do some. No, it was not. Do you realize it was my dad's weed?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Where do you think he was getting weed from?
Yeah, true.
He lived in my house.
All right, so we're gonna talk about this. That fucking Deadhead OG, bro. The best bong hit I've ever taken in my
Yeah,
life.
back when my dad used to sell weed, man, he would get some pretty fire weed, man, and that shit was just great, dude.
Yeah, Alex took a bong hit. He's walking to pass me the bong and just throws up.
Dude, we were sitting in my living room, dude. I took it wasn't even a full rip. I just like kind of milked like the inside, fucking pulled it, and fucking, dude, I just remember I put my hand forward and then just went, bleh, just straight onto the carpet.
In front of everybody.
Literally, dude. It was interesting.
Yeah.
But it was, dude, I think I was so gassed after that it didn't matter.
Yeah, we were also like 16. So we were probably... It probably wasn't that good of weed.
It might not have been that good, but our weed tolerance was probably lower. But you
Yeah.
also have to think, dude, like, the weed has exponentially gotten better, like,
Yeah.
in the past 2 years. Yo. You're right in front of the camera. That's why I said duck down. All right. Great interruptions. Was that necessary to say? Lol.
Whoa.
Square up, roommate. Who wants to see me square up with my roommate
Dude, I will totally broadcast this
on
week.
podcast?
On podcast.
On podcast.
Should we box right now? Turn this podcast into a boxing match?
Street beefs.
Street beefs
On the-
right now.
on the-
Hey,
on the
hey, get
couch
back out
beefs.
here. Get back out here.
We're boxing, Dylan. Come back. I'm about to box your shit. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were recording. No, you were recording.
Street beefs right now.
That was not attractive.
Can you just fight him just for that?
I gotta go to Jacob's birthday dinner, bro. He invited me out because his mom's in town.
His birthday dinner, bro. He's gotta go to the birthday dinner.
Bro, I kind of want to talk about this kid, Jacob. He's kind of like very weird, but like he's kind of chill. I'm not even gonna lie. He doesn't smoke weed. He's a total square, but he has this like talk box thing. You know what that talk box is?
No. Like what like the smokers have when they like hold it up
No,
to their
no.
throats? Is that what you're talking about?
No. It's like an instrument, dude. It's like literally an instrument. So like basically, it's connected to a tube, and in the tube, like you put it in your
yeah,
mouth, and then you
yeah.
like blow into it, and then it makes like a Daft Punk type like
Yeah,
vocal
yeah,
noise.
I've seen those. Yeah.
And that shit is crazy. And he
Yeah.
brought it over here one time, and he is really good. I was like, bro, this shit is amazing.
Yeah, those
All right,
shits are
see
cool.
ya, Dylan. Roommates out of here.
No boxing tonight, guys.
No boxing tonight.
Maybe later.
Maybe later. Oh my god, bro! I keep wanting to get back to this, bro, because I didn't jump into this story, but I had found, this is the acid story. The first time I did acid.
Yeah.
So when I was like 15, 16, it was 9th grade. I remember it pretty distinctly. I went into my parents had just gone out of town. I literally went into the freezer and I was like looking for something to eat, and like I pulled out like some like greens, or like it was like some like frozen peas, and then under the frozen peas there was like a square of tinfoil, and
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, like what is this? I opened it up. I had known like kind of like what acid was.
Yeah.
Like I had heard of it, like you put it on your tongue and then it's just really fun.
Mhm.
But like I didn't know like what the fuck I was about to
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah, you had no idea it was about to hit you.
I did way too much, Gary. So
Like how many?
listen to this, dude. There was 9 in there. I gave 1 to my friend Matt and I gave 2 to my friend Zizi because I went out that night and we're just driving around, and I took 2 tabs at first just to see how it.
Tabs.
Listen. I took 2 at first, waited 30 minutes. I didn't feel a fucking thing. And I was like, all right, fuck this shit. I'm taking more. I was like, I want to feel this shit. What's going on? I took 4 more. I took the rest of what was in the tinfoil.
You took 6 tabs of acid.
Literally,
The
dude.
first
And
time you've ever done
I don't know
acid.
how strong they were. I don't know how long they were sitting in the freezer, but like freezing them, like, I mean, keeps the potency. So who the fuck knows? But dude, I remember I got home from ZZ's, and I went up to my room and everything. Like I was laying on the couch, and like watching TV for a minute, and then everything started waving, and I was like, "What the hell? Why is everything so wavy?" And my dad's roommate like was in the living room, and he had like just left, and like it was like right as he left that like it started hitting me.
Yeah.
And I went upstairs and I had the LED lights in my room, and I had a shitty ass box TV. I didn't even have an HD
Yeah,
TV yet.
I remember that
And
TV.
and the
bro.
box TV just like sometimes like it would just produce static, and so like there's static channels, and so I remember I was tripping balls, dude, and I started disassembling my room for no reason. I was like picking up things and taking them off my bed and just like moving shit around the room, and I made the room so fucking messy, dude. Like in 10 minutes, or however long it was. I just remember I was looking at the clock, dude, and every time I looked at it, like 3 hours had gone by, and I was like, "What the hell? It feels like 5 minutes, man." And dude, I turned on a static TV channel, and I was watching TV static for like an hour and a half. Like
too.
like standing.
Just standing, just
Like
just
I
looking
didn't
at-
move, like frozen, staring into the TV static. Like I was seeing crazy shit in the TV static. Obviously, I don't remember what it was. I just remember I was seeing a lot of shit. It was one of the most intense experiences I've ever had.
I bet.
You know Sarah Minson?
Yeah.
I called her and I called Derek Miller, and FaceTimed them for like 3.5, 4 hours while I was tripping balls. And I had no clue who these people were prior, besides like seeing them on Instagram and shit like that. I just remember I think I posted something on, I just posted a crazy ass random video of me like tripping balls on my story. And then like she like slid up and was like, "Yo, you want to FaceTime or something like that?" We were like texting and like, "Yo, you want to FaceTime?" And so like I FaceTimed her, and it was her and Derek, and then we all were just being goofy as fuck and just talking for like 3 fucking hours, bro. It was so fun. I'm gonna be honest, I got to know them really well after that night. And I remember in the morning the sun came up, and it was like, dude, I was still tripping so hard, and the sun
Yeah.
started to come up, and I was thinking in my head, and I'm like, bruh, it's like, I wonder if Gary would be awake, bro. And I was like, I was seriously considering walking to your house and just like knocking on your window and then like, "Gary, wake up. Like, please get the fuck up." Like, dude, I'm gone right now. I was so
Honestly,
lost, dude.
If you would have came to my door and knocked on my door, my dad answered, and you were like, "I'm tripping balls," he would have let you in. Like he would have like babysat you for a
Really?
while. Until, he would have woke me up, but he would have like sat you down. Like he wouldn't have like left you out there because like he's tripped
Your dad
before.
is a G for that.
Yeah. Like
I feel like, yeah, your dad would definitely do some shit
Yeah,
like that. I feel like
I'm-
if same thing, like if I'm gonna be honest, if you were to come to my door, like any of my friends came to my door and like were to tell either of my parents, like, "Hey, I'm Alex's friend, but I'm just like tripping really, really hard. Can I come in?" I feel like they'd be like, yeah, please come in.
But if like you came to my door and you're like, "Yeah, I'm too high," he'd be like, "Well, go fucking sit in your car.
Like,
Just chill out for a second. Like
Just go
here's
fucking-
a drink."
take a water and go.
Yeah.
Leave.
Like, bro, you're alright.
you gonna be fine,
Dude,
bro.
literally. All right, so you know like the people that used to like walk around and try to sell like papers and shit.
Yeah.
And, like, all right, so this like paper salesman or something came to my door, right? And my dad just got done smoking, and he like the paper salesman was like, and I like smelled him, right? And he was like, "What?" He was like, "Yo, do you have weed on you?" He was like, "Yeah, I got a little bit." He was like, "I don't have enough to sell." He was like, "I'll catch you a buzz though." So the paper salesman hits one bong hit, right?
Your dad does say that. He's like, "I'll catch you a buzz."
Yeah. Hits a bong, gets smacked off the bong hit. Sits there for a while. My dad hits like 4, hands the bong back to the paper salesman, hits it again, hands it back. Paper salesman just turns white, bro.
He was like,
Yeah. Yeah. And the paper salesman just turns white. And he like my dad throws him a trash can. Dude throws up.
"Oh my god."
Yeah, gets done throwing up. My dad's like, "Hey, you gotta get out of my house." He's like, "You gotta get out of my house."
This man started graining out in your house.
Yeah, and,
Oh
and
my
my dad's
God.
like, "Yo, you gotta get out." And he's like, "All right, let me sit here for like 5 minutes." He's like, "All right, I'm gonna light this cigarette and smoke it. By the time I'm done, you gotta get
You
out."
gotta be out.
So my dad sits there and smokes a cigarette, takes another bong hit. He's like, all right, time to go. He's like, let me sit here for another minute. My dad's like, nah. Picks his man up, throws him out the door. And he ends up walking down my road to the stop sign, and his friends come with the car and pick him up and just take off with him. Like that kid was so
Oh my
high, bro.
God. How old was he?
I don't know. It was like, I don't know, old enough to walk around and sell stuff.
So like 18 or something?
Yeah.
Just imagine. I don't think I would ever let a random 18-year-old salesman just into my house to smoke with me.
Yeah, no way.
Like imagine, dude, like imagine someone just coming up to that door, just being like, knock, knock, knock. Hey, can I smoke with you? Like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out. Get out. Leave. That shit would be so bad.
Yeah. What are some other topics we got?
Bro, I kind of wanted to jump to, I know we're jumping around back and forth, but we're kind of staying on the same trend. So like, let's go back to Hannah, bro. That time she made us a pizza.
Yeah. So, we stole some of your dad's weed again. Like
Why do you
always.
what? You don't have to bring that up every time.
Every time me and Alex have hung out before, like now.
Not every time.
It was.
Not every time. Not every time.
It was
It
like
was not every time.
almost every time.
He thinks it was every time. Sometimes I just had weed. It was not every time.
He's got.
Yo.
Remember that time we stole that 4-gram nug? Like,
Wasn't it Deadhead?
I don't know. It was
I
just a
think it
nug
was.
that weighed like 4 grams.
Dude, it filled up the whole palm. I remember. It was a big fucking nug. It was the whole palm nug. It was a nice fucking nug. Dude. Oh, yeah. I'm getting really high.
Yeah, me too.
This is like the third blunt.
Yeah.
Here, pass this to her. Oh my god, dude. Okay, so Hannah made us a pizza one time. We were like, no, we didn't even smoke weed yet.
Really?
Dude.
Oh, we were probably vaping
No,
still.
no, no. Yeah, you have to think, bro, because this was when Hannah was still around. We had never smoked yet whenever Hannah was hanging out with us. Like, we weren't smoking with Hannah.
Really?
Yes, bro. She had never smoked with us. I remember there was one time there was a bong, like, in the basement, and, like, I was curious about it, and I wanted to hit it, and I tried to hit it, and it was completely cashed. And I was like, well, this is weed? I was like, this is terrible. I was like, I don't really want to try this right now. I was like, fuck this. And then I didn't try it until I was, like, I think it was 16 when I, like, blazed up for the first time.
Yeah.
It was either 15 or 16. I feel like 16 I might have... No, it was probably 15.
Yeah. First time I ever smoked weed was out of my dad's bong. And he had like a beaker with another percolator. And it was like, it's probably sat like this tall. So it was a big bong, right?
Yeah.
And I've always watched him like pack full bong hits and hit them.
Yeah.
So I packed me a full bong hit.
Oh my fucking god,
And
bro.
I hit that bitch and I milked it up. I milked the whole tube up.
He's like,
and
I watch how my father did
pulled
it.
the thing. I hit it for like a second. I pulled it for like a second. Immediately stopped and coughed my lungs out, bro. I literally drank a gallon of tea because it burned so bad.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. And I was high as fuck.
Dude, I remember this. That reminds me. There was one time I was celebrating a birthday with my sister and her boyfriend, like her new boyfriend, the one that she's been with for like a while. She's probably getting married to him. They have a kid together, my nephew, James. But I brought, you remember that girl, Alex, I was dating? She had the same
Yeah.
name as me.
Yeah, that was kind of a weird time.
That very weird time in my life.
Yeah.
But let's not reminisce on that. Let's just get to the point. So the point is, I had taken her to my sister's house for my birthday one time, and in all discretion, this isn't to embarrass anybody. This is obviously just a story. I don't really care about any past or anything. But we brought her over there, and we were smoking, and me and John started tripping on LSA, which it's a form of LSD, but it's in like a seed form. And
Yeah.
like you just like take some seeds and chew on them, and then you start tripping fucking balls. And so we took some LSA for my birthday, and me and him were tripping balls. And I remember he had this solid gold bong, and it was about not 6 foot. That's fucking tall as shit. It was like 2.5 feet. So it was about this big. Yeah, it was about this big. It was big as fuck, and it was like solid gold, and it was super wide, and had a super fucking long fat neck. and she went and fucking went to hit it. And you got to think, like, she had never really, like, hit a bong like this before.
Yeah.
Like, so she had no idea, like, how it was going to go. I remember she hit the bong, dude. Like, tried to hit, like, half of the bowl. Like, milked it up, like, pulled it, almost cleared it. There was a little bit of smoke left. Whatever. Bruh, I remember she, like, started coughing her ass off. And then, dude, I just passed out. Like, straight, like, just knocked.
Just
Like, straight up, she was sitting on the
slumped.
couch, bro, just straight up just went down for the count, like, dead ass.
just dead.
Like, straight down, dude. And I was like, all right. I went up to her. I, like, put a glass of water next to her. I was like, are you good? Are you okay? Like, trying to, like comfort her. And she was like, just let me sleep. Just let me sleep. Dude, 2 hours later, tripping balls with John in the kitchen. I was sitting there at the kitchen table, and all I hear is... And I run into the living room because she's sleeping on the couch, and she's just up like this, dude. Like, straight up, like hands on her knees, sitting up on the couch, like...
Just on the floor.
No, she was sitting on the couch, like straight up, like legs out like this and everything, like down for the count, like puking in between her legs, like down like this.
Like on the floor.
Yes,
Like just
directly onto the floor. Like nothing like guarding the puke or anything. She was puking right on her shoes, all over her fucking pant legs, like everything, dog. And it was, dude, there was like no bile or anything. It was just like straight fucking like the water that I'd given her like 2 hours before. And it was so gross, dude. I cleaned it up. It was fine. We went to bed like later that night, and this is why I'm not much better for this because, dude, I went through a throw up situation that same night, dude. That same night. So LSA, like, it'll irritate your stomach at a certain point, and it'll make you have to throw up, and you're like, okay, fuck. So, dude, this was like when I was about to go to sleep. Right before I fell asleep, I was having trouble sleeping because my stomach was hurting and I was getting nauseous as fuck. And this shit came out of nowhere. I was laying on an air mattress in my sister's guest room. Fucking just literally. No, I was in James' bedroom, dude. I was in my nephew's fucking bedroom, dude. Like, my unborn nephew, like, in his bedroom, like, throwing up on the floor. And I'm like, oh, God, this is terrible. I don't know what to do. And, dude, there was so much throw up. And I remember even Alex, like, got up to help me clean it up because I helped her with her whole throw up situation. But, dude, like, for a night,
yeah.
I just remember me and John just kept saying, like, when that was happening, because he was still awake, we were just like, fucking tree nuts, dude.
All right, man. I think that's a good place to end it.
Yeah, man. It's been a great show. It's been a great show.
Yeah. This is going to be hilarious when we rewatch this.
Yes.
Anybody that else watch this right now.
Yes, sir. This has been episode 1 of On the Couch with Justify.
Hell yeah. See y'all later.
Catch y'all.